Welcome to the Martin Houston Show on Tide 100.9 on your radio dial. The Martin Houston Show fan page on Facebook. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share right there. 205-342-9904 is the Taco Casa hotline. We're actually going to have a special guest on here in a few moments, so we're going to keep that phone line closed unless you have a question specifically for him. But the phone lines will be open the remainder of the show. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Martin Houston 35. Also, we do this every day, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 7 a.m. So go tell your family and friends about it. Get them hooked up with the Martin Houston Show, presented by great sponsors like Taco Casa, quality, taste, and value since 1974. They do it the right way every single day. Go check them out for lunch or dinner. That is Taco Casa, quality, taste, and value under the biggest cactus in town. One location up in, Birmingham off of Lakeshore Drive, 6 locations in Northport and Tuscaloosa. So the Wilkins family, go tell them that Martin Houston sent you lunch and dinner, great specials, and wash down whatever you get because the menu is filled with great items. Go wash it down with a big glass of that famous sweet tea. That's Taco Casa, quality, taste, and value since 1974. Coming up here in a few moments, we're going to catch up with John Guthrie of West Alabama Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I'm going to talk a little bit to him about what he has going on, what impact he's having here in the community and around, and how it impacts high school athletes as well as coaches and what that ministry does there in terms of the sports world. Also going to dig a little deeper on Herb Jones and his performance. Going to talk a little bit about the XFL. And time permitting, I had a thought with the big fight coming up this weekend with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury coming up. Some may or may not know that he wanted to have his first world championship fight here in Tuscaloosa. And the university, to me, they bobbled it, and Bill Battle and whoever was responsible did not handle that correctly. I don't know any inside scoop any more than you do, but what it made me think about is what's been this biggest sporting event here in Tuscaloosa, and what would be how would you feel about a semifinal game, or even if they played the championship game, went to the team with the highest ranking, the SEC championship or the national championship? Would it be a Super Bowl type atmosphere here in Tuscaloosa? If we get a chance, we'll get to that today. If not, we'll kick the can down the road a little bit and get to that. But right now, let's bring in the area director for FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. This is a ministry that is near and dear to my heart. I was president of FCA when I was at the University of Alabama. I played a major role in who I became as an athlete and who I became as a person. And so we have John Guthrie. He is the area director, and their focus is on high school. So good morning, John. Welcome into the Martin Houston Show. How you doing, sir? Hey, man. Oh, man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Well, you coming up on, is this year 2 of being here full time now? Wrapping up 2 years. So kind of give us a rundown of what you've been able to do, because this was a ministry that I talked to several people about, prayed about for many years, because I saw the impact it had on me as a college athlete and how I regretted not having had that influence when I was in high school. Just kind of tell us kind of where you're at, what you got going on.
Years in July. And so we minister primarily to high school. We also have a ministry down at University of West Alabama. But our ministry is to coach through the coach. And basically my job is to come alongside coaches and to help them realize that their influence could be some of the greatest in their entire school, but use that influence, hopefully to draw kids and athletes to Christ. And we need to come alongside our athletes through what we call huddles, which you've probably been familiar with. We have those throughout all of West Alabama. We had a great event this last fall that I'm pleased to announce we're going coaches, families, churches that came out for that event. It was just a wonderful, wonderful time as the community came together around one focus, and that was just to encourage our kids to stand strong, get in God's word.
John, when you look at, you said coaches, that's who you work alongside. There's a famous statement attributed to Dr. Billy Graham, of course, one of the most influential Christians ever, but especially in our lifetime and leading up to our generation and going even beyond that, that he said that he believed that coaches are one of the most influential groups, period, because they get to be around young people in their environment where they're being themselves. And that had he not been in ministry, he probably would have been a coach. Is that, and I agree with that statement. I think coaches have such an opportunity to impact the lives of the athletes that they have day to day with. And why is it so important that you guys work with them?
Well, and the reason that statement was, I believe that a coach will reach more people in 1 year than most of us will reach in a lifetime, just because of his span of influence that he has at his school. And we all respect our coaches, and we like the two most important words are coach says. Whatever coach says, that's what you do. And so they just have such great influence. So, a coach is going to have an influence one way or the other, positive or negative, and we want to come alongside them and realize that, man, winning is important. I mean, it is important. They have to win to keep their jobs, but it's not the most important thing. And so if we can come alongside them and just be a cheerleader and encourager for them, that they're not alone in this journey, and that we just a source of just encouragement for them.
So kind of talk to us through what you do on a day to day basis. I know you mentioned huddles. Tell us what you do day to day in those huddles, and where you have those huddles, and if someone's interested in potentially, helping the ministry expand, what do they need to do? Okay. We're all over West Alabama. I'm headed down to Selma is in our area. So I'm going to meet with their athletic director about getting NCAA started in their school. This would be a ministry to their coaches and doing a huddle this week. We've got Northridge High School on Thursday morning at 7:45 in the boardroom. I work, let's see, on Wednesday afternoon, I'll be with Bryant Baseball. I'm all over. So typically on a Thursday, I'm with Bryant Football. I am whole football team on Friday afternoons, every Friday at 2:15. The next couple of weeks, I'll be down at the University of West Alabama. So we're literally all over. So my day to day is I either go to school to see coaches, or visit donors, or make connections here in Tuscaloosa. If you just tuned in, if you just tuned in, we're speaking with John Guthrie, area director for West Alabama FCA, a local Christian ministry working with high school coaches and with athletes through high school coaches. And got a big event coming up. Tell us a little bit about that event, and then I got a couple more questions I want to follow with you. We're so blessed. We're going to be at the River Market on Thursday night. It'll be our second event here. FCA's been here quite some time. My dear friend Gary Kramer runs the FCA at the University of Alabama, but they haven't had anything for high school in several years, so that's what I get to do. So we're doing a banquet on Thursday night, just promoting our ministry, what God's done over the last 2 years. I am so excited. I've had the opportunity to meet him. Jeff Allen, who is the trainer at the university, is going to be our speaker, and you want to talk about the real deal. Yeah. Just him. And he shared with me what he's going to share with our folks, and I'm just so excited. But it'll be a night of celebration of what God's done, an opportunity to raise funds for the ministry. Yeah, and a lot of people don't think about this, John, but when we hear of stories and people going around the world to be missionaries and things like that, they can really get behind it. But you're a missionary, and you just happen to be called to local local missions to high school coaches impacting athletes. So if they can't make it to the banquet, because I know the banquet's this Thursday, but they want to be a part of what you have going on, how can they connect with you? Where can they go? What can they do to connect?
Yes, sir. They can reach out to our website, www.westalabamafca.org. They'll have all my contact info there, and then they can reach out to me, and we can get together, get you plugged in to some of our local schools or local, Field to Faith. That's a wonderful event to get involved. We cooked over 3,000 hot dogs last year, so we used a lot of volunteers, distributors, and so there's going to be opportunities, that's for sure.
Once again, this is John Guthrie, West Alabama. Opportunity for me to give a shout out to a ministry that I totally believe in, had major impact on my life. And as my listeners know, we a lot of times come on this radio show and we talk about things that athletes are doing that you wish they didn't do, that they were more positive influence. Well, people, if you want to make a difference, FCA teaching through their core values of integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence can definitely have impact in our schools before these athletes go on to become future college athletes or collegiate students or moms and dads somewhere out there in the world. You need to partner with John Guthrie in West Alabama FCA. John, I'll give you a chance to close out this segment. Just tell our listeners why they need to connect with you, and like I said, rehash once again what you got coming up this week, as well as other opportunities where they can get involved.
Yes, we would love to partner with you. Number one, through prayer, serve and go. And so the way we can do that is obviously through prayer. You can contact me for various service opportunities and volunteer work. But this is a ministry that God's really just blessing in our area. It has nothing to do with me. All about Him. How He's opened the doors and we're just in our school system. Encouraging coaches, do it the right way. Encouraging our athletes to do it the right way. And God's just blessing. So if you want to be a part, please connect with me at www.westalabamafca.org.
And yes, when you go to that westalabamafca.org, it has his phone number as well as his email, and that email is jguthrie, Guthrie @fca.org. Great opportunity for you to partner this Thursday, but also it's a year-round ministry touching children year-round. I was a part of the Field of Faith event last year, and it was absolutely awesome to see that many young people out there. Hey, if you want to see a difference in your schools, no greater way than to change the athletes, and greater way to change the athletes than to change the coaches and empower and assist the coaches. So that's what John Guthrie's doing. Once again, that's John Guthrie, Area Director. Tell him one more time what's going on this Thursday.
Jeff Allen, University of Alabama, and just going to have a great opportunity to share what God's done over the last 2 years.
And if they don't have a ticket, can they get it at the door?
We are actually completely full.
Wow, that's awesome. That's even better. That's great. That's awesome. So, well, hey, go to West Alabama FCA. There's still plenty of opportunity to be involved in other ways. Thanks, John. And man, we need to do something a little more consistent, because next time I talk to you, I want to hear some of the stories of the coaches and the lives that have changed. Because I know some of them, but I would love my listeners to know them as well.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, John. Have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Coming back on the other side, we're going to get into a little more sports-specific talk. Let's talk about Herb Jones. Where would you rank his performance on Saturday? 17 rebounds. 17 rebounds, 6 points, 3 assists, and 2 charges with a broken wrist. Where does that rank in your opinion? We had a poll out there. They gave us their opinion. We'd like to hear from you. 205-342-9900.